Hi, welcome to automation testing.in. In this video, we are going to see JavaScript Executor in Selenium. And JavaScript Executor is one of the interfaces provided by Selenium. The basic advantage of JavaScript Executor is it provides a way to execute JavaScript in Selenium Webdriver. Sometimes what happens, locators may not work while you are automating the application. In that case, the JavaScript Executor will help us to interact with the web elements on the particular web page. And the reason behind this is, even Selenium WebDriver also internally converts language bindings into its equivalent JavaScript and injects into respective browser. And JavaScript Executor is also very helpful to identify and interact with the hidden and disabled elements on the web page. Means if you have a element disabled, then you can interact with that element using JavaScript Executor. And I suggest before watching this video, please watch Selenium WebDriver architecture. For that, go to my YouTube channel and you can find in the Selenium WebDriver tutorial the third video, Selenium WebDriver architecture. In that we have discussed what is JavaScript Executor. So please watch that video before watching this, then you can get clear idea. And as JavaScript Executor is an interface, so we cannot create an object to this. As you know that we cannot create an object to interface. For this we will typecast to the driver object using below syntax. Means for the reference of JavaScript Executor, we will typecast to the driver. So the syntax is JavaScript Executor and the reference JS is equal to typecast of the driver, means JavaScript Executor of driver. And JS dot, you have a method in that execute script. In that you have to execute the script which you want and the pass arguments. This is optional. Okay, this is JavaScript Executor syntax. This way you can write JavaScript Executor in your Selenium WebDriver. And now we will see some of the examples below. We mentioned that how we can use JavaScript Executor to execute the JavaScript to interact with the web elements. Okay, and we can see these many examples: how to enter a value into the text box, how to click a button, how to refresh a window, how to get the text of a particular web element, how to get the title of a web page, how to scroll vertically for certain pixels, how to scroll till the bottom of the web page, how to scroll to a particular element, how to navigate to a back to a web page, and how to navigate to next page. These are few examples that we are going to see in this video. For that, I'll go to my Eclipse and I have created a class called JavaScript Executor demo, and I have set system.setProperty for Gecko driver, and I'm launching Firefox driver, and I'm navigating to demo.automationtesting.in. Okay, and now I'll go to demo.automationtesting.in, and before writing a test script, we will see how we can simulate the same thing in the browser itself. I want to inject something into the browser, then how you can achieve, we'll see here. Go to your developer tools F12 and identify this element. Okay, identify this element, and this element has ID email. Take this one, go to the console. Here right side you have an option like writing the JavaScript Executor directly in the browser. How you will start? Means you have to write document dot get element by ID. Okay, get the element by ID, and you have to mention this email, and if you hit enter, you will find a value, then equal to, I'll say krishna@gmail.com. I am identifying this text box and I'm writing something into this text box. How you do this one? This is, you have document dot get element by id. You pass the id and you have a value or method, whatever it may be, dot value equal to, you have to set this value to which value you want, and you just hit this run tab. Okay, run option, you just run this one, and it has to set the value, and it is showing this one, and so it's showing that this is the value. You have to close the semicolon, then run. See, it will fill the data. I'll remove this one and I'll run again. You see, it's passing data to this text box. Okay, now I want to click this button. So you inspect that one. This enter image ID is, go to the console, write the same thing, document dot get element by id. You pass the value here, dot, sorry, you have a method called click. Now I'll execute this one, I'll remove this one, I'll execute this one. You see, it entered the data and clicked the button, so it navigated to the next page. This way you can check here, but how you can achieve same thing in the Selenium WebDriver code. Okay, now I'll go to here, I'll inspect this element and we'll try to simulate the same thing in the Selenium WebDriver. So I have come to this web page now. To come this web page, so what I'll do, I'll to create JavaScript executor JS is equal to JavaScript executor of, you have to cache the driver and you have to import the JavaScript executor, openqa.selenium.javascript executor. Now you have js dot execute script. Okay, js dot execute script, and what I'll do, I'll write the same thing where I have written on the browser. Document dot get element by id, get element by id. You give the, sorry, that is email, and dot value is equal to, and arguments are optional, so I am removing this one, and I'll say here krishna@gmail.com. Okay, that's all. You have to create the reference to the JavaScript executor, and you have to call this, execute this method execute script, and whatever you have written in the browser, you mention the same thing here. Okay, now I'll try to execute this one, run as Java application. Now we'll see whether it will enter data into that or not. You see, it entered the data into text box. Okay, if you're not able to identify this element using WebDriver methods and using WebDriver API, if you are not able to enter data into this one, then you can use JavaScript executor. Okay, now I'll close this one. Now I want to click on that button. Okay, same thing, js dot execute script, document dot get element by id, get element by id, and dot click. Okay, and this is optional. Now I have to get the this one id of that button. I'll enter that button into this, and now I'll try to execute the same thing again. sorry, run as Java application. So it opened the browser, navigating to that, it entered, and it not clicked on this. Okay, we'll see what is the issue. What happened? JavaScript executor document is not defined. Sorry, I have made a typo. Okay, now we will run the same thing once again. It's navigating to the web page, demo.automation testing that in, and see it clicked on that button. That is the reason it navigated to the next page. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to refresh the page. Okay, I'll remove this one. What I'll do, just for the simulation, I entered something here, and now I refresh this window. Okay, now I'll refresh this window. What will happen when I refresh this page? It has to go right. I'll enter something in this and I'll refresh. Okay, some issue with that page. I'll say I'll enter something into here, Krishna, and I'll refresh this one. Then it will go off, and you can see empty text box. So I'll do the same thing here, and we'll discuss one more thing, that I have this one, but I don't have ID for this. If that is the case, how you use this one? I'll take CSS selector for this. CSS selector is input placeholder is equal to first name. So I'll identify this element using CSS. Now how you use CSS selector in the what do you say here? For that I'll go to here, register.html, and I'll remove this one. I don't want to click on anything. For that you have, instead of get element by ID, you have query selector. Okay, and you have query selector, this one, and value is equal to Krishna. Okay, once I complete this one, I'll wait for some time to see whether it is refreshing or not for 5 seconds. For 5 seconds, and what I'll do, js.execute script. If you want to work with elements, you will write document dot. If you want to interact with the web page itself, entire web page, then you can say window dot actually, but here I am using go dot history dot go of 0. Means 0th index means it will refresh window. Now we'll try to execute this one and see. To refresh one, to refresh a window, we have to write history dot go of 0. It's navigating to register.html. Something wrong. Okay. The issue here it is, I am using single quote here and I am using single quote here. That is the reason it is not able to identify. So I'll use double quote, and if you put double quote it will show another error. So I'll use escape characters in the web Java. So I'll execute the same thing again. It's navigating to that page. See, it entered something. It wait for 5 seconds. See, it is refresh the window. Now you are able to see empty text box. The reason behind is it refreshed the page. Okay, you have to use go.0. Now I want to enter text of a, I want to get the text of a particular element. Okay, I want to, what I'll do, I'll go to this page and you can see skip sign in. I want to get the skip sign in text, means of a particular web element. For that, what we need to do, I take the same again, document dot get element by id, and I'll take the id of that one. I'll take the id of that one, that is button 2. Okay, I'll take button 2, and this is not, I'm setting any value here. So what I need to do, button 2 dot inner HTML. Okay, inner HTML. As this is the string, I want to, I'll store in a string, but it will throw error like add cast to string. The reason is it is an object type and we need to make it to string. Now what I'll do, I'll print this one. Sorry, I'll print this str. Okay, now I have to get the skip sign in id, skip sign in text from this code. I'll say Java application. And that's it. If you go here, once again issue. And the issue is, if you're getting something from this, you have to use return. Means if it is giving something back to us, means it is giving string back to us. So you have to mention return. Okay, you have to mention the return. So I'll execute once again. Now this time it completed. You see skip sign in is printing here. Okay, this way you can get the text of particular web element. Okay, in using inner HTML, and you have to mention return in front of document. The reason is it is giving something back to us, means here string. Okay, now we will see how to get the title of the web page. The same thing, JavaScript executor, instead of inner HTML, you have to write the title. That's it. Instead of, and this is document dot. I am not finding any element. Okay, this is my entire web page title. So return, here also return. The reason is it is giving string back to us. Return document dot title to string, and system dot out dot println, I am printing that string. Now I execute this one, run as Java application. So it started executing. Now it has to give the title of that particular web page, demo.automation testing.in. You see, this is index. If you go here, you see here index. Index is the title of that. So it has given the index. This way you can find the title. Now I want to scroll. Okay, I want to scroll bit down here. If you go to here, skip sign in, I am here. I want to scroll a bit. I want to scroll like this. how you will simulate page scroll using this cannot be achieved using Selenium Webdriver. So how you will achieve if you want to scroll something, then you have to use JavaScript executor, then you can scroll on a web page. Now what you need to do, if you go to here, this is window related. Till now we used web element related, so this is window related. So this is not give us anything, so I'll use JavaScript executor, and you have what you have to write here, window dot scroll by, you have to mention 0 to means this is starting index, and 500 means ending index, means till there you want to, from 0 means from here starting to, I want to 500 pixels down. Okay, I want to 500 pixels down to do this one. So now I'll execute and see whether it is doing that or not. Okay, now it opened the browser, navigating to that web page, and you see it scrolled a bit like this, it scrolled a bit like this. So you can use scroll by method of JavaScript executor, they can scroll. Okay, and now we have seen like only scrolling a bit, 500 pixels, 10 pixels, it depends on your requirement. Sometimes I want to go to the end of the page. Okay, I want to go to the end of the page. How you will simulate the same thing in the this one. For that, what you need to do, window dot scroll, I don't want to use 500, I want to go to the end of the page. For that, what you need to do, document dot body dot scroll height, means entire height, means till the end of the web page. Scroll height means entire web page. Instead of giving the pixels, I am using document dot body dot the body height, how much height it is, the body of the web document. Okay, if you use like this and execute the same thing, document dot body dot scroll height, it scrolls till the end of the page. You see, it went till end of the web page. Okay, now what we'll see, and scroll to particular web element. Okay, scroll to particular web element. I want to go to only email address, means what it will do, it will go like this, it will show email address like this, means this is not bit lengthy web page. If you have a lengthy web page, if you want to go to the particular web element instead of 500 pixels, instead of till the end of the page. Okay, I'll take phone, I'll take this phone, and this phone has ID anything? No, I have what I'll do, I have a ng model. Okay, I'll take ng model. Otherwise, what I'll do, okay, I'll go to some which is having ID, which is having ID. This is also no ID. I have skills. I'll go to the skills. So what I'll do here, go here, and once again, this is not window dot. The reason is we are interacting with the web elements. I'll write document dot get element by ID. The ID is skills dot scroll into view is a method. Okay, scroll into that view, particular web element view. So I'll write run as get element by id dot scroll into view is a method, so till it will go to that element view. It's navigating to the window. It's on top of the page. See, it went to skills. Skills has to come into the view. Okay, actually we have to take countries. The reason is it is not on the view. If it is used on the countries, it will come like this. Means you are able to see that element. Okay, and I want to navigate back. I want to navigate back to this page. And for that, what I'll do, I'll go to this page. I'll click on this one. Then you will get the option that navigate back. If you click this one, you will go to back page. Okay. Now I want to simulate the same thing. What I'll do, I'll inspect this element, and the ID of this element is enter image. Okay, I'll enter image. Get element by ID, this one, and I'll click on that button. Okay, now what I'll do, to know the difference, I'll use thread.sleep for 5 seconds. See, now I've navigated to the next page after clicking that element or button. Now js.execute script, I want to go back. I want to navigate back. How you will achieve this one in the here? Once again, this is window dot. We have seen history of refresh that. Same way, you have history dot back method. Okay, history dot back method. I'll use that method, window dot history dot back. Now we'll see whether it is going to that next page and waiting for 5 seconds, and it's coming back to the original page, means from where we navigated. Sorry, I made a mistake here. That I have to remove this register.html. The reason is I'm going to navigate from the home page. See, it came here, demo.automation testing data. It clicked on that. It's navigating to register.html, waiting for 5 seconds, and it came back. Okay, it came back to the. Now what I want to do, I want to go back to the same page once again after by clicking this forward. I'll click this one. Okay, now we'll simulate that one. So I'll use the same thing. I'll wait for 5 seconds again here to come to know, and I have a method like how we have back, we have forward. Okay, we have forward. Run as Java application. Now it opens the browser. It's navigating to the demo.automation testing.in first, and it is clicking, going to the register.html, waits for 5 seconds, come back and waits for 5 seconds, and will go forward. See, it went to the register.html. Okay, this way you can come back and now forward. And we have seen what we discussed here, navigate to the next page. Okay, this way you can use JavaScript executor like how you use Selenium Webdriver. If there is an issue with your regular Selenium Webdriver API, you can use JavaScript executor for an alternate. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to Automation Testing YouTube channel, and please like us on our Facebook page.